Hello everyone, this is a video on item probabilities from list variables. So we're going to have chest items that get a probability assigned to them, and each item has a rarer chance than another. So in order to do that, we're going to add our random library by typing import random, and we're going to make a variable. My variable is going to be called shiny chest items, and that's just a name to represent some data, and it's going to be equal to a list of elements. So our list variable has to have the square brackets here, and every element inside of it is going to be a string. So my first item in my list is going to be a flying carpet. One of the other elements is going to be a magic wand. And we'll do x-ray goggles. So I have three elements in my list. Each element is a string because I've used the apostrophes here and then separated each element by a comma. So right now, if we were going to print this out, shiny chest reward, we could make a variable called shiny chest reward, and it's a random choice from our shiny chest items list. And then we can print it out. The problem with this is if we choose a random item and random element from this list, every item has an equal probability of being chosen. There are, oh, I passed in the wrong thing here. There we go. There are three elements in the list. 3 goes into 100 33.33 times. At 1/3, every element has a 1/3 chance of being chosen. We want to make the items more rare than the others. So in order to do that, we're going to use another version of random.choice. And it's going to look a little bit different here. So we're going to delete shiny chest reward, and we're going to make a new variable called shiny item probabilities. If you want to keep it short, you could just call it like shiny item probs. Shiny item probs. We'll just do that. Shiny item probs. And it's a list variable, but in this list, they're not going to be string elements. They're going to be float, or yeah, they're going to be float elements. Floats are decimal values, and we separate each of them like we do with string elements with commas. So the first element in the list is going to get this first probability. Well, 1/10, this is 10%, 2/10 is 20%, 3 is 3/10, 30%. This only adds up to a total of 0.6, 60%. So there's like a missing 40% chance there where nothing could be rolled. You want all of these to make sure they add up to be a total of 1.0, which would be 100%. So I'm going to make the flying carpet the most rare item. It's going to be 0.1. I'll make the magic wand 0.7, and 0.7 plus 0.1 is 0.8, so that only leaves me 0.2 left. So 0.2 will be associated with the third element in the list, which is element 2, technically, because this is element 0, element 1, element 2. All right, so now we have our probabilities that are associated with each of the shiny chest items. What we want to do is make our variable again, shiny chest reward, and set it equal to random.choices. Choices allows us to pass in additional arguments, whereas before we used just one argument. We just passed in shiny chest items. Well, we want to pass in multiple arguments. So random.choices, and the first argument it'll take in is shiny chest items. So it'll first look for the population. This is the population. And then we want to pass in the probabilities. So for the second argument, we're going to pass in shiny item probs. So the first thing it'll consider is which item is it? And random.choices will then take in this argument and use this probability here and pick an item based on its chance. It'll roll a number, and based on the percentage, it'll pick one. And we only want one item to be chosen. So we're going to do k equals 1. This is like the loop condition, I guess, of how many times random.choices is run. So when we click start this time, I got a magic wand. That is to be expected because I had a 70% chance to get the magic wand here, 0.7. Let's run it again and see what happens. We have a really high chance to get a magic wand. Let's run it again. Magic wand again, because we have a really high chance to get it. X-ray goggles, cool. So we had a 20% chance to get X-ray goggles, and we got it. Now we could click this a whole bunch more and maybe never get flying carpet. We got the goggles again. We got magic wand again. So we can tell just based on the feedback we're getting here that it's working. That flying carpet is definitely a rare item because that 33% chance we would have had without the probabilities list would not do it. So let's swap it for fun. Let's swap flying carpet and magic wand so that flying carpet now has a 70% chance. And we got a magic wand, of course. Magic wand with 0.1% chance, and it dropped. There's flying carpet. Okay, let's run it again. See if we get flying carpet again. There it is. Okay, so that's it. That's how you can use the random.choices function, passing in not only the item population, but the probability of it being chosen. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you have fun making your own elements in your own items and assigning your own probabilities to each of them. As a bonus challenge, you could add more elements. So instead of just 3, you could make more of them. Make sure to have a probability for each item. Or you could even make a new chest. Instead of just a shiny chest, you could have something called like common chest items, common item probabilities, and then make it something else like leather boots. Leather boots would not be as cool as a flying carpet, right? And then of course you can change these other elements. Okay, I hope you had fun with this. I wish you all of the best luck, and we'll see you next time.